Hello, Petal. How you doing? How's it going? I've just been looking through the comments from yesterday, and I have been chuckling because there's actually three that mention the line, mention the wardrobe, and we did actually do the first two books, and we were doing adaptations, doing it in our own style, making it unique and individual. But because of the exceptional success of it on my co-narrator's channel, that it was actually reported and it got taken down for copyright, even though it wasn't like it was. You know how we do it as something unique, as an adaptation, as an interpretation. So I still have the recordings, but yeah, we can't publish them, and I understand that. That's fine, but it was one of those things where it was a time when there was a lot of like kind of spite reporting and stuff. And it's another reason why I like to have this nice quiet little area of the internet. You know, I'm not bothered about numbers. I'm not bothered about anything like that. I just do it for fun and to give books to somebody. Like, say you can't afford certain audiobooks, or you want something different and you want to experience a new author, or just something nostalgic, because I really do want to expand further on the nostalgia. But some people, they do it for the money, the accolades, the fame, and that sort of thing, and that's cool. That's fine. If they want to do that, that's fine, but leave the rest of us alone. It was a very hard knock. I'm not gonna lie, that actually knocked me for six, and I almost like closed down the channel because I was just like, I can't be on. I really can't be on. But it is what it is. That was then. This is now, and this is the third day that I'm warming up my voice to give you another chapter. Now it's not a great voice, but we're doing our best, aren't we? Because we have our buttermint tea with some honey. Just trying a new blossom honey, which is actually quite nice. And we got my normal cup of tea, and we got my water, and I've got my Optrex, so I've done my eyes, so we're fresh and ready. Oh my goodness gracious. There was something else I was going to talk about as well. That was it. Marmalade is wonderful. I don't know if you've ever tried it, but if you don't like normal marmalade because it's too acidic, that's fine. Because fun fact, I can't eat oranges. I'm allergic to oranges. But for some reason, I'm not allergic to marmalade. Maybe it's because it's boiled away the nastiness. But I love marmalade. I do absolutely adore marmalade on toast because I like me toast. I really do like me toast. Lime marmalade is freaking amazing. Give it a try. It's wonderful. Now, my neighbour he's always up the allotments. He's an older gentleman. He's lovely, bless him. He's a widower. And he brings me this amazing spring cabbage, which is lovely. That's springtime, obviously. Beetroot, which is another one of the things that I absolutely love most in this world. Anything made with beetroot is just wonderful, just even eating it as it is. And he's had a bumper crop of tomatoes this year, right? So I've made a tomato relish with the first batch. And he's come over and he's brought another massive bag of tomatoes. And I saw he's got his like big bread basket. You know, the ones they deliver bread loaves in, like, in supermarkets and stuff, full of tomatoes. I'm like, what have you been doing? He's like, I don't know. So as I said, I've made this relish. I've made it with dill pickles, like we call them gherkins. And I love gherkins. I think they're one of the best things on the planet. Seriously, chop up a gherkin, slice it up fine, and put it on top of a pizza. Oh, delicious. But I made a relish with the tomatoes. I didn't have any cloves because cloves are evil, unless it's in health and tea. Yeah, but it had the tomatoes, it had garlic, and it had the dill pickles plus the pickle juice. Yeah, and lots of it was just really flavoursome. Put it in a jar. And now the thing is, I made the mistake of whizzing it up first, so it went a bit watery, and I had to strain it through a sieve. So I lost about half of my actual yield, which I suppose is quite good that I actually got this other spare one back. But yeah, so this one was a bit watery, but by because after a couple of days it was tasty. Oh, it was nice, and it's all gone because it's like you can just eat it just as a side to your salad. Tell you something else I really like on toast, and this will be the Marmite thing. Now, I love Vegemite. Oh, Vegemite! I get it regularly, and I've introduced so many of my American friends to it. But I have lately really taken to avocado on toast. Not the Ponzi sort of like ooh la la sort of avocado toast. I just get it from Asda, just the smashed avocado in a pot. Half a pot of it, you just yeet it onto your toast. You don't need any butter, anything like that. Just put it on your toast, it acts like a butter. Oh, a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of paprika. Tasty. Right, now this one's been going on a bit long. I know these are quite short chapters as well, though, so you get a bit of a chattiness today. Yes. Chapter 16 of Another Fine Myth by the wonderful Robert Aspirin. Just because something doesn't do what you planned it to do doesn't mean it's useless. T. Edison. Aahz said thoughtfully. So you're saying you're saying you're powerless to restore my powers. Does that mean we can kill him after all? I asked eagerly. I had been hopeful of having Aahz's powers restored, but in lieu of that, I was still a bit upset over having been hung. Right as now, I would be too. You're rather a vicious child. Frumple looked at me speculatively. What's a pervert doing travelling with a clod, anyway? Who's a clod? I bristled. Easy, kid. I said easy, kid. Aahz said soothingly. Nothing personal. Everyone who's native to this dimension is a clod. Clods. Get it? Well, I don't like the sound of it, I grumbled. Relax, kid. What's the name anyway? Then it doesn't really matter to you if people call you a perfect or a pervert. Watch your mouth, kid. Things are going bad enough without you getting cheeky. Gentlemen, Frumple interrupted. If you're going to fight, would you mind going outside? I mean, this is my shop. Can we kill him now, Aahz? Ease up, kid. Just because he can't restore my powers doesn't mean he is totally useless. I'm sure that he'll be more than happy to help us, particularly after he failed to pay up on our last deal. Right, Frumple? Oh, definitely. Anything I can do to make up for the inconvenience I've caused you. Inconvenience? I asked incredulously. Steady, kid. Well, Frumple, you could start by returning the stuff we left here when we went off on your little mission. Of course, I'll get it for you. The Deville started to rise, only to find Oz's knife threatening him again. Don't trouble yourself, Frumple, old boy. Oz smiled. Just point up where they are, and we'll fetch them ourselves, and keep your hands where I can see them. There. Your things are over there, in the big chest against the wall. Frumple's eyes never left the knife as he spoke. Check it out, kid. I did, and surprisingly the items were exactly where the Deville said they would be. There was, however, an intriguing collection of other strange items in the chest also. Hey, Aahz, I called. Take a look at this. Sure, kid. He backed across the shop to join me. As he did, he flipped the knife into what I now recognised as a throwing grip. Apparently Frumple recognised it too, because he stayed frozen in position. Well, what have we here? Aahz chortled. Gentlemen, the Deville called plaintively. I could probably help you better if I knew what you needed. True enough, Aahz responded, reclaiming his weapons. Frumple, it occurs to me, we haven't been completely open with you. That will have to be corrected if we're gonna be allies. Wait a minute, Aahz, I interrupted. What makes you think we can trust him after he tried so hard to get us killed? Simple, kid. He tried to get us killed to protect himself, right? Well, so once we explain in his own self-interest to help us, he should be completely trustworthy. Really? I sneered. Well, as trustworthy as any Deville can be, Aahz admitted. I resent the implications of that. Pervert! Frumple exclaimed. If you want any help, you'd better. Aahz's knife flashed through the air and thunked into the wall, scant inches from the Deville's head. Shut up and listen, Frumple, he snarled, and that's perfect. What's in a name, Aahz? I asked innocently. Shut up, kid. Okay, Frumple, does the name Ishtavan mean anything to you? I said, does the name Ishtavan mean anything to you?
No, should it? It should if you want to stay alive. He's a madman magician who's trying to take over the dimensions, starting with this one. Why should that concern me? Frumple frowned. We Devils trade with anyone who can pay the price. We don't concern ourselves with analysing politics or mental stability. If we only dealt with sane beings, it would cut our business by a third, maybe more. Well, you better concern yourself this time. Maybe you didn't hear me. Istvan is starting with this dimension. He's out to get a monopoly on class energies to use on other dimensions. To do that, he's out to kill anyone else in this dimension who knows how to tap those energies. He's not big on sharing. Interesting theory, but where's the proof? I mean, who's he supposed to have killed?
Garkin, for one, I said dryly.
That's right, I said that's right.
Aahz snarled.
You're so eager to know why the two of us are traveling together. Well, Skeeve here was Garkin's apprentice until Istvan sent his assassins to wipe out the competition.
Assassins?
That's right. You saw two of them. Those imps you teleported about a week back.
Aahz flourished the assassin's cloak we had acquired.
Where did you think we got this? In a rummage sale?
Frumple commented thoughtfully.
And he's aiming them with tech weapons. Take a look at this crossbow quarrel.
Aahz lobbed one of the missiles to the Devil, who caught it deftly and examined it closely.
I didn't notice that before. It's a good camouflage job, but totally unethical. Now do you see why enlisting your aid takes priority over the pleasure of slitting your lion's throat?
I see what you mean, Frumple replied without rancour. It's most convincing, but what can I do?
You tell us. You Devils, I said you Devils are supposed to have wonders for every occasion. What have you got that would give us an edge over a madman who knows his magic?
Frumple thought for several minutes, then shrugged. I can't think of a thing just offhand. I haven't been stocking weapons lately. Not much call for them in this dimension. Terrific, I said. Can we kill him now, Aahz?
Say, could you put a muzzle on him? Frumple said. What's your gripe anyway, Skeeve?
I don't take well to being hung, I snarled.
Really? Well, you'll get used to it if you keep practicing magic. It's being burned that's really a pain. Wait a minute, Frumple,
Aahz interrupted.
You're acting awfully casual about hanging for someone who was so surprised to see us alive.
I was. I underestimated your apprentice's mastery of the energies. If I had thought you could escape, I would have thought of something else. I was trying to get you killed, after all.
He doesn't sound particularly trustworthy, I observed.
You will notice, my young friend, that I stated my intentions in the past tense. Now that we share a common goal, you'll find me much easier to deal with.
Which brings us back to our original question,
Aahz asserted.
What can you do for us, Frumple?
I really don't know, the Devil admitted, unless... I know, I can send you to the bazaar.
The bazaar? I asked.
The bazaar on Diva. If you can't find what you need there, it doesn't exist. Why didn't I think of that before? That's the answer. He was on his feet now, moving towards us. I know you're in a hurry, so I'll get you started.
Not so fast, Frumple.
Aahz had his sword out, menacing the Devil.
We want to guarantee this is a round trip you're sending us on.
I don't understand.
Simple. You tried to get rid of us once. It occurs to me you might be tempted to send us off some backwater dimension with no way to get back.
But I gave you my... I give you my word, Dad.
We don't want your word.
Aahz grinned.
We want your presence.
What?
Where we go, you go. You're coming with us, just to be extra sure we get back.
I can't do that. Frumple seemed honestly terrified. I've been banned from Diva. You don't know what they'd do to me if I went back.
That's too bad. We want a guaranteed return before we budge, and that's you.
Wait a minute. I think I've got the answer. The Devil began frantically rummaging through chests. I watched fascinated as an astounding array of strange objects emerged as he searched. "Here it is," he cried at last, holding his prize aloft. It appeared to be a metal rod, about 8 inches long and 2 inches in diameter. It had strange markings on its sides and a button on the end.
"A D-hopper!"
Aahz exclaimed.
"I haven't seen one of those in years."
Frumple tossed it to him. "There you go. Is that guarantee enough?" "What is it, Aahz?" I asked, craning my neck to see. He seized the ends of the rod and twisted it in opposite directions. Apparently it was constructed of at least 2 parts, because the symbols began to slide around the rod in opposite directions.
"Depending on where you want to go, you align different symbols. Then you just push the button and—"
"Wait a minute," Frumple cried. "We haven't settled on a price for that yet."
"Price?" I asked.
"Yeah, price. Those things don't grow on trees, you know."
"If you will recall," Aahz murmured, "you still owe us from our last deal."
"True enough," Frumple agreed, "but as you yourself pointed out, these D-hoppers are rare, a real collector's item. It's only fair that our contract be renegotiated at a slightly higher fee."
"Frumple, we're in too much of a hurry to argue," Aahz announced. "I'll say once that we're willing to relinquish over and above our original deal, and you can take it or leave it. Fair enough?"
"What did you have in mind?" Frumple asked, rubbing his hands together eagerly.
"Your life."
Oh, I see. Yes, that, should be an acceptable price." "I'm surprised at you, Frumple," I chimed in, "letting a collector's item go that cheap."
"Come on, kid."
Aahz was adjusting the settings on the D-hopper.
"Let's get moving."
"Just a second, Aahz. I want to get my sword."
"Leave it. We can pick it up on the way back."
"Say, Aahz, how long does it take to travel between dimensions? The walls of Frumple's hut suddenly dissolved in a kaleidoscope of colour."
"Not long, kid. In fact, we're there."
And we were. Dun dun dun. That was chapter 16 of Another Fine Myth by Robert Asprin. I'm sure I'm up to speed. I think I didn't like chapter 15 yesterday. And guess what? I'm just gonna check. Yes, chapter 15 yesterday. Sometimes, you get those little time hops and you're like, no. Big yawn, big stretch. We've got this. But thank you very much for all the interactions on my videos. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for being here and listening and being the most wonderful friends anybody could ask for. You are absolutely wonderful people. As you can hear, my voice is beginning to crackle, so I'm going to try and do another bit of recording today for another book, and we will see how we get on tomorrow. I've got appointments on Tuesday. I think I've got another one next week. I think I've got 2 next week, but no, I think maybe Tuesday and Monday. Monday and Tuesday. I don't know. Goodness gracious. But then again, I tell you, can you believe it's September already? I know they see it on the news and they're like, hey, can you believe it's September already? And I know I'm a week in, I'm a bit behind the story, but seriously, can you feel it in the air? I know I've said it before, and I know I've said it already, and I'm really sorry, but I'm so excited for autumn to come in, and you can just feel it's fizzing, like spickling in the air. It's like, gee, the rain's coming, the leaves are turning. Oh, it's so exciting. Yeah, I need to get a life. So, as ever, my lovely beans, to help the channel, support the channel, please, if you can, like, share, subscribe, hit the notifications bell if you want to be notified of the times I throw these up, because I've been flaky lately. Flaky is an understatement. We need to have another one, like desiccated coconut flaky. That's not really flaky. That's beyond flaky. That was the concept that just came to my brain, and I don't know where it came from. But we have reports that with our Antipodean friends, the spring is beginning to spring, spoing, and bing, boing, boing. And I would believe in America, it's beginning to get a bit autumny, I believe, over there. It's getting a bit autumny over here as well, but depending on where you are, it's depending on what season you've got, depending on what weather you've got. And as ever, I'm going to do that thing. If you're too cold, wrap up warm, nice hot bevy, num num num. Human burrito, comfy. Don't forget your gloves and your hat and your brolly, even if you stay inside, because obviously electricity bill is really expensive now, because, well, even if it is freaking wind fuel, it's insane. And if you're too hot, get in some shade, drink lots of water, UV protective clothing. Just keep it nice, just mellow, just chill, relax, and see you later, petals.